You say, my approach to coaching is based on curiosity, compassion, and empowerment. Let's talk about this. Let's start with curiosity.
Yeah. Curiosity is after building trust, after helping clients feel they're in a trustworthy environment where they can talk about whatever they want to talk about, and the story is not going to go anywhere and it's not going to be shared. After that, a good coach just shows up with curiosity. And it's something that I've always done. I've always been curious about people. I've been curious about people's stories. You know, I have a hard time, you're driving. Let's use an example of driving on the road, and, somebody cuts you off and people get frustrated. I can't help but wonder why that person did that. What's their story? What happened to them? Are they maybe coming from the hospital or, dealing with a traumatic situation and they're not even thinking, right? So everybody has a story. And so I show up with curiosity. And when we show up with curiosity, we help people feel seen, heard, understood, and supported. And when we show up with curiosity, people will share a remarkable amount of information and be vulnerable and show up with vulnerability.
And that's where compassion comes in.
Absolutely.
Compassion and empowerment.
Absolutely. And the empowerment, and compassion is just, it's who I am. It's like, what is your story and how can I help? And, that sounds like a really hard thing you're going through. What do you need from me to help you? Or what can you do for yourself to help yourself move through this trauma? How do you name the emotion, right? How do you name the emotion, recognize it, acknowledge it, find a way to move through it and move on to what's next? Because something better is awaiting, right? And that compassion is just hearing people and helping them feel seen, heard, understood, and supported. And then empowerment is recognizing what people's superpowers are. When you're talking to somebody, you can actually see what their superpowers are. If you listen, you can uncover what their superpowers are. When you listen to somebody and really deeply listen to them, and you see them light up when they're talking about something, you know that's their one of their gifts, right? This is what they should be doing. This is what they ought to be doing. And a lot of people don't necessarily do what they ought to be doing that fills them with joy, right? Because they don't recognize or see it as a possibility, because they're not holding themselves capable. So it's about inspiring them to pursue their goals and to recognize that whatever it is they want, they can pursue and go after. Just showing up with some curiosity and getting outside the comfort zone.
I love that. Well, you have coached many people, maybe hundreds or thousands, right?
Hundreds.
What do you think that most of them, or if not all of them, have in common when they come to you for guidance?
Most of my clients are coming to me because they want to, so they have an open mind. They are ready for change. They are ready to recognize and acknowledge that they're not where they want to be, but they want to get to where they want to go.
And what is in the way?
Exactly. And how are they getting in their own way?
Exactly. And that's where I wanted to get.
Yeah.
I wanted to hear from you first. What is in their way to get where they want to go? Yeah. And then I would share with you that I always say that we are our main enemies.
Absolutely.
Right? So are we on the same page here?
Totally.
Why do we sabotage our own life?
That's really interesting. And I actually watched a show that kind of put it into words that made sense to me, because I've often said that. It's like, it's the bad stuff that happens to us, the bad stuff that we hear, the bad stuff that people have told us in our lives that haven't served us. It's like Velcro, isn't it? It just sticks to us and we can't get rid of it. But all the good stuff is like Teflon and it slides off. We don't believe it. We can have 10 people tell us something awful. No, sorry.
One person.
Yeah, we can have one person telling us something awful and 10 people telling us something great about ourselves, but we'll focus on that one bad. And what this expert said, and I can't remember who it was, but they said it goes back to our caveman days.
I was going to say that too, but yeah, it's our instinct.
It is our instinct. It's human.
Survival instinct.
It's human nature. It's survival.
Pay attention to
Absolutely.
What's bad.
Absolutely.
Threatening us.
What's going to take us down? What's going to kill us? What's going to hurt us? Absolutely. So that is human nature.
We're designed for negativity.
Totally. And, and that brings on imposter syndrome, that brings on self-limiting beliefs, all of these things. And with work, though, and with practice, we can change that.